Well, good day. Welcome to Yoga with Bliss. We've got a crowd today, some people in the studio, some people on Zoom. And when you watch this on YouTube, you'll be the third crowd. So welcome to all. We start with rhythmic limbering. And you know why. Because I really like for the body to be warmed up before stretching. And rhythmic limbering accomplishes it all. Are you barefoot? Do you have special needs and so for some reason you're wearing an arch or a shoe? Whatever's right for your feet. We're starting with our foundation. Think of your feet. Should they be together for you? Should they be hips width or a little wider? Find your weight evenly distributed. Big toe, baby toe, front of the foot, back of the foot. Knees straight but not locked. Pelvic tilt. Sternum lift. I'm going to do a shoulder roll up, back, and down. And when I do that shoulder roll, can you see how the palm comes forward? That's because I'm opening my shoulder joint. If the palm is facing in, can you see how kind of caved in my shoulders, but the palm out? Everybody's chest looks beautiful and wide. Now I'm going to step my mountain into a wide mountain and just rock side to side, thinking of your shoulders. Let one hand come up and the other, just one and the other. Now, does your shoulder let you come way high, or should you stay medium or lower? Yogi's choice. So the theme for today is appreciate your body and intend. I'm going to change this. Always, for 40 years, I have been saying intend further. Let's center up, pelvic tilt, sternum lift, and just let a little weeping willow branches. Beautiful. Your knees are staying still, not caving in. Very nice. I've always said intend further. And I realized as I was working with someone this week, how about shoulder height? There's a better word. And the better word is intend better. Here's why. If you always go further, you might be going too far. But if you really listen, what's exactly right for me? Should it be a little adjusted? Should it be more intense? Let's come on down all the way. Weeping willow, right there. So it's intend better, which is oftentimes further, but listen to your body. Let's center up again and trace a smile with your hands. Now I'm looking both on the screen and in the room at everybody's knees. And I see a couple of people with knees like this, totally straight. Take yourself with bent knees, keep them bent, and then push off. This works your thighs and is more gentle on the knees. How about trace a rainbow? Should you be going faster than I? Should you be going slower? Listen to your body pace and do what's right for you. Let's trace that smile. Now, if you like to reach up real high and you need more room above you, come out wider. It will warm up your thighs more and give you more room over your head. Everybody's space is different. Accommodate your body, accommodate your space. Breathing, so nice. We'll do just 4. Here's 2. And then I'm going to shoulder roll myself while I wiggle my feet back up underneath me. And I'm going to do a little knee lift. And by little knee lift, if you have balance issues, you can leave your toe right on the ground. If it feels okay, you might lift your knee a little bit or a lot. Now, think of your spine being all up tall. You shined your chest tall. Keep that tall spine, even if your arms come down. Because when I looked around, I saw a couple people trying to get their arms lowered, but had a rounded spine. I can do this opposite arm and leg. Y'all look fabulous right here. And we'll just do here. And how about a reach up with a salute? Everybody's salute is different. Are your arms right here over your head and right here next to your ears? Intend toward that. Do you need your arms out because the ceiling's low because your shoulder says so? Give your body what you need. Breathing. Let's take this into a goddess. I've got wide legs and I take my goddess as low as is comfortable. Some days you might go much lower. Some days not so much. We'll do 3, 2. I'm relaxing my neck. How is yours? We bend, bend, bend. Straighten out those legs. But when you straighten them, they remain unlocked. Here it is. Now, if you're recovering from anything, you're going to do your practice very mellow one last time right here. And everybody's spine looks so fabulous. Shoulder roll yourself together. And I want to work the front of your shin. See that little heel touch with the toe pulled back? We'll pull back and pull back right here. But notice, not only I can see some people's shin muscles, anterior tibialis flexes. This will help you walk. This will have a balance with your very strong calf muscles, but we're also working our thighs. When you do this on YouTube, if you like music with it, pop some music on. It works with any music. You just adjust the beat. Let's take a big stretch up. I want to do a standing cat-cow. So I have wide legs like a goddess, and I'm going to collapse my spine and round and open my spine, maybe even arching, collapse and round, side view, and open and arch if you choose, collapse and round right here, and open and arch, and one last collapse and round, one last open and arch, shoulder rolls, and pull your legs up underneath you, breathing. I just figured it out. I'm going to put Velcro on the bottom of my mat and on my rug. You know I'll end up with socks with all the Velcro stuck to it. Here's 4 and 3. Here's 2. How about a chair? Before we start the chair, think of your mountain and choose your leg positions for the chair. Now, shine your chest up. It is your best tall spine. I've placed my hands this way to reiterate my tall spine. Looks good. When you sit down, you keep that tall spine. And come on up. Calf, don't go so low. Tall spine. Your chest is a spotlight shining that way. Don't let it shine at the floor. Just a tiny sit. Beautiful body awareness. Let's come on up and sit down. And come on up and sit down. And come on up. And one last sit down. And then a teaching moment. I have seen a few people with their feet turned out, and when they come down, their knees went in. So let's take a focus from the bottom up. Look at your chair, and your feet are on railroad tracks. Your railroad tracks might be close or medium or a little wider than your hips. They're not wide enough that your toes point out. This way, when you sit down, your knees don't cave in. So there's so much to think about. Start in your mountain. Say thank you to your body. We've got 2 foci. Chest shining up and knees nice without collapse. Breathe. I've got my hands reiterating my flat back. Chest stays up and I come on down and just take a peek around and you look fabulous. Come on out. Now I know you don't go down as far as you did before. This is safer. And let's just get a little rebound right here. Can you feel the thigh muscles working? Fabulous up tall. I'm looking at your t-shirts and they're nice up tall, flat back. Right here, your thighs are working. Feel your ankles. I'll show you every bend your ankle is doing a little bend. Oh, come up with your shoulder rolls. Fabulous. I want to do a little vinyasa. It'll be a little warrior one and high lunge combination so you can really feel the difference. And where is the difference? All in your back foot. You want to face the long way of your mat, wherever that is. Many of you choose to have your mat facing me. That's fine. Here in the studio, we're all going to be facing whatever we're going to use for supports. By the way, some people will use a chair for a support. Some people will use a kitchen counter for a support. Some people will go down to their block or the floor. Breathing in our customized sun salutation. We do a dog plank dog instead of the chaturanga. Breathing. So you've got whatever you're going to use for your down dog. I don't know if mine is the block or the chair, but we can all change our minds at any moment. Centering, appreciate, intend the best for your body. Salute. Forward fold your way, not your deepest. It's the first of the day. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale. Flat back, arise. Exhale. Last flat back, arise. Exhale and hang here. Now, have you gone down so far that you couldn't stay very long? In which case, get a block or an ottoman and make your forward fold so that you could stay there a while. Because we're going to walk the forward fold. I'll go diagonally so you can see. One knee bends, then the other. Walk the forward fold. Breathing. Being. Relax that neck. I was up here looking at my hands. Do you see the bend in my neck? Relax the neck. Let your head hang limp, like an apple hanging on an apple tree. Breathing. Very nice. Now let's just center up in your forward fold, and we're going to do 3 more. Flat back arise and fold over. As you arise, you inhale naturally. Exhale. Relax the neck on the exhale. Last one. Where's your down dog going to be? Is it going to be right here on the mat and you step your feet back? Is it going to be on a block? Is it going to be up on an ottoman or a chair? Wherever your down dog is, choose your feet. Heels intend toward the floor, but do what's right for you. Chest sinks toward the floor, neutral neck. Don't hang it down, don't pick it up. Nice. Neutral neck. I'm nosy, I have to check out. Oh, you guys look fabulous. We're heading to a plank next. So you may just step your feet back and head right into your plank. I need to come to a higher surface. So I'm just using my props as I get here. Here's my downward dog on my chair or ottoman, and here's my plank on my chair or ottoman. I'm so glad you guys can't hear the crunching in my shoulders. Let's head to your down dog again. And then think in your mind, how are you going to head to your forward fold? Do you want to do a lift back and step forward? Do you want to just walk yourself with bent legs in a crab walk? Head to your forward fold your way. Breathe and be. Very nice. How shall you arise? Do you want to roll up one vertebrae at a time? Or are you working on straightening your back and want more back strength? In which case, you may follow me. I'm going to come up with a flat back. So I sit my butt down, shine my chest up, see how it flat my back, reiterate my flat back, and lift to arise with that flat back, shoulder roll. And I'm going to recommend that you guys always do the flat back arise. It builds the muscles that are exactly the right thing when you're working on doing a flat back strength move more often in your practice. Take a moment and find your mountain and center and breathe. How about a little balance? How about a little, I'm thinking of it, a little pelican, tree, and grounded warrior 3. So it'll look like this. We start in our mountain. I have to straighten my mat again till next week when I've got the Velcro on it. Here you are in your mountain. Here's what the pelican is. You've got your balance room wings, and this one leg, any leg, I don't care, lifts. Many people will take their pelican leg all the way up hip height and hold it in the air the whole time. Intend as high as your leg will. My balance since my surgery requires I put my toe down. Did you make it your way? Let's go to the tree. I start with my tree with low branches to chill my shoulders for a minute. Hips stay forward, beautiful. The tree balance root, the knee comes out so you have opened through that hip joint. Now, let's customize your tree in the root before we pick up your branches. Feel this foot you can push in, let go. Push in. Can't you feel it just tightened up your whole tree and gave you better balance? So you may stay right out here. You might come halfway. You can still push in with the ball of that foot. You may let your heel press into your ankle. You may, by the way, already have your foot right in the middle of your thigh. Everybody's different. Have you found your tree? Yes, many people in the studio can put their foot right in the middle of their calf, never on your knee. Find your bottom of your tree in the way that makes you wobble but not fall down. And then find your branches. Breathing. The minute my arms came up, I had to reiterate my pelvic tilt to work my abs and back in balance. Let's breathe here. Be here. Now I'm going to show you a way to come down to pamper your shoulders if they're injured. You come down with a cross in the front. The other way to come down is just come on down. But if you have injuries, you may choose that gentle. Oh, a few shoulder rolls and step around. I can feel like the bottom of the foot that held your weight needs a little air under it that it gets from these step arounds. Let's stand tall. We have a pelican on the other side. It's just the other leg you didn't know. I don't know which one it is. You do. So take a moment and find your pelican wings. I have my palm down. You put your palm any way your pelican wings want it. Pour the weight onto the foot that will support you and find your pelican leg. Is it way up in the air and going to stay there? Is it touching and occasionally coming up or rooted? Let's stay here. I want to tell you something. Choose the one you can hold. And when we get to the tree, let's relax the branches. Choose your balance root. Hips are going to stay forward. Belly button shines forward. Knee comes out so this hip joint rotated outwardly. Beautiful. Now I've got my foot on the ground. When I push in a little, I'm so stable. I'm not falling. When it was not pushed in, I was going over, girls. And guys, I don't know who's on YouTube. John, you're probably with us today. All right, now think about the balance root. If you want to pull it in halfway, you push it in, you can feel your pelvic floor, your glutes, everything's included in your balance. Do you pull it all the way into your ankle? Take a moment, lift your sternum and lower your shoulders. Uh-oh, find your tree trunk. Now take the leg a little higher if it will. Does it go to your calf? I don't know. So here's the deal. You choose a place where you wobble, but you don't fall down. Here's why. Find your tree, we'll hold it while I'll tell you why. If you go too intense and keep falling over, you're training your brain to fall over. If you come to the place where you wobble but you don't fall down, you're training your brain to balance. And that's what we want. There was the tree. I got to just shake it out. I forgot to put the Warrior 3 on. I'm going to say the universe interceded because my shoulders weren't happy doing it all. And we're going to practice our freestanding rooted Warrior 3. You can stay facing forward. In the studio, I recommend it. You've got room. Even if you're on the mat this way, I designed them to have enough room to do such things. So for your Warrior 3, find your railroad tracks. Your feet are not on a balance beam, they're on railroad tracks. Pick a leg, any leg. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to step forward on my railroad track, and my back foot is going to go back and just touch my toe. That is my rooted Warrior 3. You still face me. I'm showing a side view. I found my railroad tracks. I stepped forward and I set my balance route. So on Warrior 3, one of the possibilities is to take your arms all the way up. Is that available to you? If not, you might snuggle your arms in. So you choose, where are your arms? I'm staying rooted. Shine that chest upward and lean your Warrior 3. Are you breathing? Breathing. Now, I've got my head up like this. I want a neutral neck. So I'm going to look a little lower for a neutral neck. Come on back. Let's find the railroad tracks and do the other side. The foot you did not step forward on now steps forward. The foot that was not your root last time is your root now. Do you have your pelvic tilt? That's the part that keeps everything engaged and helps you balance, but it really protects your low back if you have any low back issues. So here's my Warrior 3 rooted. I'm going to find my Warrior 3 arms. What's best for today? Do I want them up? Do I want them eating a watermelon? And then shine the chest up. Don't let it collapse. Tip your Warrior 3 just a tiny bit. Fabulous. Chest is open. Arms are forward. Tip if you can. Many people go all the way parallel to the floor. Your body, your way, and come on up. Now, if you have something to hold on to, we're going to fly the Warrior 3. I'm going to hold on to my desk. Here in the studio, we've got ballet bars or the back of a chair. You're not going to hold on like with an eagle grip. It's just a finger touch, so the back of a chair should be fine. Here we have the find your railroad tracks. You're going to step forward on the leg you didn't stand on last time and find your balance route. Okay, I'm going to do a one arm up, and my upper body came to the place it was last time. But now that I'm holding on, I'm going to try picking up my leg. And once I'm here, listening to your body, you may stay with the angle high like mine is, or you may take your angle parallel to the floor off neutral neck, listening to your body. You're supported, Warrior 3, your way. Bring it in, roll it up, roll it out. To do the other side, I'm just going to switch and put the other hand on the table. Standing on your railroad tracks. Got your nice mountain. For those who have used to have a habit of a rounded back, this shine the chest up in your mountain and keep your chest shined up will be key. You won't need to turn around to see me. I'll talk you all through it. Step forward on the foot you did not step on last time. Find your balance route behind you on the railroad track. Choose one arm holding on or both arms raised into your warrior three arms and lean your upper body with your flat back. You didn't round the back and then choose. Do you want to lift the foot? Can you feel the back, the buns, they work, your balance, it works. Did you want to tip over? Neutral neck. Tipping over if your body wants. Your warrior three, supported this time. Breathing. Pull yourself together. Roll yourself up. So when your foot was on the ground, it was rooted. That was your balance root. When you're holding on to the desk, the couch, the wall, the ballet bar, that's your supported warrior three. It's up to you if you want to do a free floating warrior three. That's not available to me. So I'm going to do a supported one on each side again. Each yogini has to decide, do you want to do the rooted warrior three, the supported warrior three, or try for free floating? I just changed my mind. I'm going to try free floating. Breathing. Find your railroad tracks. That's the key, is having your feet a little apart, not lined up and up in a balance speed. Now, asana, that just means pose, but it means seat, pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Can you see how that shines your chest up, lines up, stacks your spine? That's what you want, is that beautiful tall spine. Let's step forward on the railroad track. If you're doing free floating, you find your root, and when your body says it's okay, you may pick it up and hang it in the air. When you feel like it, fine. Do you want your arms in or your arms out? Are you doing a tiny little lean? For me, I've got a tiny lean and a balance root, and then I'm just going to see, can I pick up for a second or two? I don't know. The less you move, the better. If you try to pick up high, it throws you off more. Picking up like less weight on it. Oh, pull it together. And the other side, your choice. Free float, support, root. Your warrior three on the other side, the way you choose. Railroad track, pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Feel your beautiful tall spine. My arms are reiterating my tall stacked spine. Here we come forward with the foot we did not yet stand on. I love the customizing and individual moves I'm seeing on Zoom. You have your balance root. Do you want that balance root in the air already? Do you want to leave your balance root while you find your arms? Choose the arms for you. Choose the lean for you. Choose the lift for you. Breathing. Now, the less I move, the better chance I have to balance. And I see everybody come on together. I see everybody falling, but in such a wonderful way. Your brain and your body are connecting as you strive for that balance. So nice. And we have one more sun salutation A, the same one we did in the beginning. What do you use for your down dog and for your plank? Listen to your body, give yourself what you need. Breathing, centering in your mountain. Your salute, your arms come up as near your ear as possible, as tall as your shoulders allow. Exhale, fold it over for your forward fold. Inhale, flat back arise. Exhale, flat back arise. Exhale, last one arise. Where's your down dog? Where's it going to be? What does your body want? Choose your arms, choose your feet. Sink your heels. Press the knuckle of your pointer finger. Sink your chest. Flatten your back. How about your plank? What's the right plank for you? Listen to your body, your plank, your way. Breathe. Be with your plank, feeling your strength. Head back to your down dog. Breathe and exhale. Flat back, neutral neck, heels press. How are you going to arise? If you lifted one leg before, you will lift the other. Did you crab walk your body your way? Coming to your forward fold in any way that works for you. Relax that neck. I'm going to do the arise that strengthens my back. So I will sit my butt down, shine my chest up. Did you feel that worked your small of your back? And push up for my shoulder rolls. Alrighty, next is just a little vinyasa that lands us on the ground or on your bed or on your couch. So arrange yourself so you have what you need when you're on your mat. Do you lean against a wall or a couch? Do you need to set yourself up so you have that available to you? This is just my sequence for lowering to the ground. I do my mountain for one last standing stacked spine. Round down for one last fabulous forward fold. Your best forward fold, exhale into it. Should your feet be a little apart to leave room because it feels better for any reason at all, your forward fold your way. Now I'm going to lower into a table. I forgot my little knee pads. Whatever works for you as you lower into a table. Will you walk forward and lower one knee at a time? Will you lower both knees at a time? Been really working on that. This week is the first time I've been able to do that since I got my new bionic knee. Are you breathing? Well, this is in here for you, Diane. And even if it's not the right day for you to do this move, you can just enjoy your cat-cow. But I'm heading into a tiger's tail. Pour the weight onto one foot. If you're recovering from something and doing things low-key, leave your tiger's tail on the ground and let your tiger's paw be hampered onto something. You can enjoy the balance of the move without working your muscles real hard if you're just getting over a flu or COVID or soreness somewhere. Your tiger's tail your way. Lift it up if you want to, flat back. Lift that arm if you're able. Your body, your tiger, your way. It looks fabulous in the studio. Let's come back to your table for some cat cows. The cat exhales and is up on the fence. The cow lets the udders hang down, chest comes open. The cat exhales. The cow inhales. The cat exhales. Go at your pace, not my pace. And when you're done with a few cat cows and your spine is singing the hallelujah chorus, how about if we come to a flat table? Now you're going to kneel on the knee you did not yet kneel upon. You're going to find your tiger tail. Do you want to leave it on the ground so you have a lower intensity balance? Or do you want to lift to wherever it's right for you? Neutral neck. Don't go here looking out at your hand. Neutral neck, neutral spine, lifting, strengthening, being fabulous. Wonderful tiger's tail. Bring yourself back for your cat cow. Don't you just feel a child's pose coming on? Now we are all so different. Many times you will be able to sit back on your heels. Many times that is totally unavailable. So for your child's pose, first choice, will you keep your knees together or will you have your knees wide? Next choice, how much do you want to sit back on your, in the direction of tush toward heels? Intend better. Now thinking of your upper body, both arms might come way out, or as I'm doing, I put one arm out and one arm in to carefully lower. Breathing, being. How about if you've done something with one side, not the other, switch sides. Carefully being. Now, this is where we need acceptance and intend better. If anything needs pampering, your knees, your shoulders, your back, your neck, intend better. When you're done with your child's pose, your way, we're just going to lay ourselves right down. And when you lay down, we're heading toward a locust. The back is getting some lovely strength training today for your locust. And this is one of the times that I'm blessed that I'm a little fat woman. A skinny yogi would have no idea of this next information on form. When you lay, okay, I am in my Sphinx. When you lay in your Sphinx, arrange the softness over your mons so that things are comfortable. If you're very lean, you might have padding over your mons so it's not pressing into a hard surface. If you're very round, arrange yourself so your round belly is in a comfortable place. Wherever was comfortable for your Sphinx will be fine for your locust. One hand comes out, palm down. The other hand comes out, palm down. Neutral neck. And you might just stay right here, rest your forehead and breathe. You might choose more actively. So your locust might pick up your wings, palm down if you choose. Your locust might pick up your feet. You noticed my hand went down when I lifted my legs just to make sure it was okay with my back. Are you breathing? Come on down. Reiterate your pelvic tilt as you arrange things in the whole pelvis area. That pelvic tilt protects your back while it works. All righty. Do you want just wings or just legs or both? Your locust, your way, neutral neck. You're probably looking down at the ground, breathing on every exhale. Lift a little more. Lift a little more. One last lift a little more. Lay your locust down. Let your locust rest a moment, collecting energy, feeling your buns, your back, your shoulders, the whole back of your body working fabulously. We'll lift again with 3 pulses. Choose it, one, both, one at a time. Lift your way again. Lift your way again. One last lift your best. And hold it. Hold it. Are you still breathing? Don't hold your breath. Lay your locust down. Breathe and mellow. Very nice. I'm bringing my arms in again for the Sphinx. Pelvic tilt protects the low back. The Sphinx, though gentle, is a back bend. If you have spinal stenosis, don't do any more intense back bend than this unless you know it's okay and your doctor has said it's okay. Are you breathing? While we're here, we're going to be making a choice. Before we get up, we'll lay down, and I'm going to show you how to get up with a flat back. Breathe and be well. All right, lay yourself down and feel your arms snuggling underneath you. Pelvic tilt with your flat back engaged and weight on your elbows and knees. Push your beautiful flat back up. Walk your knees underneath you. We're going to sit ourselves down. That flat back arise from the reclining forward position is very important. There were many years where the only way that I could get up safely was that. If I didn't have that, I would not have been able to practice. Listening to your body, we have a V-sit coming on. Now, there is a standing move called the side angle. It is a lovely asana. And we are going to do a seated side angle. The reason for it is I want the focus and awareness on your back. Yes, I see. People are really paying attention to how they are sitting. Most people have a little roundedness because the pelvic girdle naturally tips back. So if you walk yourself up to a wall, reach forward and walk yourself a little closer to the wall. And then when your dimples are as close to the couch front or the wall as they can be, or if you're sitting freely when you have tipped your pelvis forward, lift your spine up for your nice tall spine. Breathing. Now let's think about your feet a minute. My feet are relaxed here. If I were to flex my feet, this would actually protect my knees a little more. They're not in any jeopardy, but in general, flexion in your extremities protects the joints upstream. In this case, the flexion of the knee stretches the calf of the foot, stretches the calf, contracts along the shin, stabilizes you. It also helps your chi energy to stay within you instead of dripping out your loose ends. For the side angle, you have a choice. Do you want to put your hand on the ground? Do you want to use a block and put your hand on a block? Your choice. We're going to take this arm up as near vertical as it will go. First, it's vertical. Now, leaning any way you want. See if your lean can come over. Kudos. In the studio, everybody kept that shoulder back. See, because your body kind of wants to come forward, which is fine. But keeping this shoulder back, it's like it's the shoulder blade and the finger knuckles are sliding along the wall. That's the side angle. Come on the other way. First, with care, I found my energy from flexed feet. I chose what am I going to hold on to, and I see can I get this arm up straight. Again, this is my challenged shoulder. It's telling me it won't, but I'm not quite believing it. So I'm going to intend better, intend better. And it went there. Now, when you lean, keep this shoulder back. Take a peek at this hand. When I push on my leg, look how it helps me open my shoulder. My shoulder wants to collapse. I push open and lean over. Breathing and being. Oh, yes. Breathing. As far as your body will. Kathy, we don't have a mirror, so I'm just going to show you. Your arm is over here. So let's take it tall and then let it lean toward that closet. There you go. I thought your body would go farther. Now to come out of this, let's relax this arm gently toward the center. If you ever have challenged shoulders, come out of things with your arms toward the center. I want to work the abdominal wall. So there's the rectus abdominis connects your pubic bone to your sternum. The obliques and transverse on the side. We're going to get them all with one simple move, a little rowing of your boat. Find your feet on the ground. My knees are open to make room for my round belly. I see in class many people have their knees right together because that feels fine. Think about it. What does your body want? When you bend your knees, ground your feet. They are your roots of the boat so it doesn't tip over. Now, everybody is different. Some people will like to actually hold on and lean back just a little, till your feet feel like they want to come up, but don't. All right, let's come back up. Before we do this, and everybody in here did it so naturally, I forgot. Round your back. This is like a kid slumped over the table eating their Cheerios, rounded back. You want that rounded back. Now let's slide back. Rounded back, slid back. Let's take the boat for a row. Come up a half an inch, go back. Just a half an inch. Nice tucked chin. The neck is neutral, no strain. Rounded in the back. Joyce, try even a little more rounded in your back. In the low back, you want rounded. Yes, yes, beautiful body awareness. There we are. Now, find the place where you're okay. Your abs have engaged. And let's take one oar out of the water. And then set it down. How about one oar out of the water? Set it down. Now, before we do them both, go ahead and hold on to those oars. Try one and the other. Uh-oh, if you fall over, you haven't got far to go. Aren't you balancing beautifully? Now, your body may say no, but try one hand. Uh-oh. Try the other hand. Breathing. And how about both hands? And release. You can feel it, can't you? You could feel your hip flexors. That's your psoas. And if you were feeling it in your low back, it was because your psoas was pulling your low back and your rectus abdominis. Set your oars in the water, root yourself, and just lean back a little and come up. This is somewhat psoas, more abdominal wall. So we're going to stay with that. And here we have one shoulder comes forward, the elbow goes back. The other, and the other. We row the boat, and we are working the obliques and the transverse. And here we are. We'll do about 2 more of these. And now, come on up. Let's have a butterfly. What the butterfly does as you come forward, it relaxes those hip flexors. If your knees are out and you lean forward, you're getting an adductor or inner thigh stretch. We don't need a flat back here. Go ahead, let yourself be the kid shoveling Cheerios, rounded back. Just round yourself over your butterfly. By the way, if you have a knee replacement, think of your bend. Give yourself the most bend that is comfortable, not so much that it hurts. Breathing, being. And that butterfly was such a lovely rest. I know what was coming next. Oh, I heard it. I'm still staying focused on the abdominal wall. We're going to lay ourselves down. And we're not going to do a lot of these, just a few. Lay down any way you want. We're all built differently. We all lay down in different ways. How about a knee hug? And let yourself roll side to side. Oh, if you can't do a knee hug, wonderful. You have a good body too. You set your feet on the floor and roll side to side. So each person has done their way. I'm going to show, if your feet are on the floor, how this next move goes. You choose, do you want your head to be lifted or laying on the ground? Center yourself, stop rocking. You come down, put your foot on the floor. Come up and down, put your foot on the floor. What if you could hug your knees? Same words. Come up and down, and then up and down. How low do you go? I don't know. Listen to your body. Keep your back flat. Keep your pelvic tilt. This tucked in knee helps you to keep your pelvic tilt. Now, for this next part, you could set your head down, you could leave it lifted. I'm going to try both legs. And you might want to just leave both legs right up here and just rock around. You might want to lift them up and lower them a little. Oh, if that starts to make your back uncomfortable, you pull right in. So each person only as much as your body will allow. Each person flat back, keep that pelvic tilt. Your body, or do not follow me. You only lower to the place that is right for you. Maybe you leave your feet on the floor and do some windshield wipers with your head lifted. The abdominal wall works whenever you lift, head or legs. I just have one more coming on. Are you breathing? Set everything down. I've got my arms out to open my chest, a little windshield wiper going on. I feel a happy baby. So for some people, this is the happy baby. You might choose your arms linked and rested over your head. Another way to do the happy baby is to hold on to the back of your legs with your legs just curled up in a little ball. Or maybe your feet shine toward the ceiling. Maybe you grasp your ankle or something else. Your happy baby, don't follow anybody else. Rock your happy baby. Breathe and feel good. Now, if you have the bent legs, see what your body thinks about long, straight legs. And then rock your happy baby any way you choose. Breathing and being. Oh, oh, I just stuck my toe in a cactus over here. It wasn't good. Oh, fold up your happy baby and release. How about a rotation? So I'm starting thinking of my neck relax and my shoulders. I'm rolling my shoulders together and down my back. So when I put my arms out, I'm taking a second to push the cactus that looked so cute when I set it up out of the way. There we go. Arms are out, chest is open. How about a little butterfly for a moment? Breathe and be. Now, if you fold it up, you've got a choice. You might choose to pick your tush up, move it over a little, and let your leg hang down low and give yourself a spinal twist with your leg down low and your arms out. Here's another option. Again, I moved my tush over, curl up, and roll both legs over. So everybody is doing whatever rotation is right for you. But think about this shoulder. When your palm is up, this shoulder is open in a way that's really nice for it. Are you able to reach this leg? If so, pull down on it. If not, no worries. Just let your leg go long and the weight of the long lever arm. Okay, it's a lever leg. In that will stretch and pull down. I'm looking one way with my leg going the other, so every vertebrae is released from the one above and below. Remember, you do not have to do this on a yoga mat. You could be on your bed, breathing, being. How do you want to come out of this? I fold my leg and fold my shoulder, pelvic tilt, and come up. Those are my cautions to take care of all of my body's idiosyncrasies. For the other side, shoulders, shoulder blades pulled in and down. By the way, I acknowledge I am arranging my shoulder blades or scapula. I'm also arranging the softness on my back so that it's feeling comfortable as my arms are out. This is the body we have today. Take care of it. Now, do you want to move your tush and just dip your knees over? Do you want to move your tush, curl up, and dip your knees over? This hand faces up with care. If you ever have a super tender shoulder, you might even put that hand on top of a block, listening to your body. This top leg, do you want to pull it down with your hand? Do you want to pull it down with the weight of a long lever arm? It doesn't have to be way up here. Your leg might be right down here, and you get a fabulous rotation. Every vertebrae from the one above and below. Face looks one way, legs shine the other way, spine rotates so well. Breathing. Now, stay here as long as you want, but when you're ready to come in, snuggle in your arms, fold in your legs, pelvic tilt, and roll on up. I'm heading to Javasana. By the way, I have to thank Amy for something. She requested, and it has changed the way I practice, and now I'm teaching it to some other yoga instructors. If I tell you what we're doing next, then you can get into that pose or asana in whatever way you want, which might be totally different than I'm thinking of. So we're heading toward Savasana. How do you do that to make it yours? Okay, so can you take a peek at my feet? See how they're at the edge of my mat, especially in the studio. Walk yourself till your feet, when they're flexed, just grab the edge of your mat. And then when you relax your feet, it pulls your heel down a little bit. Breathing. At home, you may or may not have a thick enough mat to do that. Let's play with your hands a little. I've relaxed my arms out to the side and just breathe. Now I'm going to do palms down. Oh, I'm feeling some kind of way in my shoulders on that one. And then rotating on my baby finger, I do palms up. Palms down. Palms up. Now, whatever way, hold a little that you could feel or had the slightest little discomfort. Go into that posture and just breathe into it. Because it might mean that you had a tight something right there. Breathing. Being. Leave your bottom half all relaxed. But go ahead and take your arms up. Any way you can. Lace your fingers together. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Now, some people can stretch those palms up and do a wrist flex. For many people, that's not available and doesn't feel good. Your body, your way. Here's our next move, is to rest those fingers on your forehead and relax your elbows down. Okay, I got to go back to my feet. They had tension. Relax your feet. Relax your core. Relax your face. Relax the weight of your elbows down. Now, everybody's different. Many people can take these hands and rest them as they fall down to the ground right over their heads. Hands, interlaced fingers, rest them down. And I see in the studio, many hands are down, some hands are up. Your body chooses through the way you feel, and you listen to it. Accept, appreciate what your body gives you, and then intend just a little better for you. Does that mean come up a little or go down a little? I don't know. Breathing. To come out of this, I want you to pull one elbow at a time to the center line for shoulder protection. Then take your elbows down. After your elbows are down, ever so mellowly, let your arms come down. Here's the final. We ain't doing nothing, honey, Shavasana. Relax the neck, the arms, the legs. I have to do a little wiggle to relax my back and core. Relax my hip flexors. The big exhale allows your diaphragm to pull your abdomen in on the big exhale. On the inhale, your belly rises. Just do some of those. They might be silent, they might be noisy. I'm going to be noisy because it's fun. Oh. Ah. Go your pace, not mine. Go slow enough that you don't get lightheaded. And now focus on breathing slower and slower. Slowly in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Slowly in through the nose. More. Out through the mouth. One last slow and full. Now you can get up any way you want. I am going to show you a way to get up that pampers your back a little extra. First, I turn on my side where I have a mat under my elbow. Then I'm going to continue to roll over onto my belly. Then I have my mat under my elbows again. This is disgusting. There's a puddle on top of my mat. All right, now I'm going to push into my knees and up onto my elbows. Look at that flat back as I roll my knees under me. And then come to sitting any way that you choose. When you get into your seat, in my case, sliding into my puddle, let's have a staff. Want to roll up to the wall? You don't have to. We'll only be here a moment. But up at the wall might help you relax better. So each person is sitting whatever way they can, where your pelvis aside you. Here's normal. Most people's pelvis rocks back. Roll it forward with the wall or the couch or from freestanding. It's all fine. See the nice tall flat back? The staff begins with a flat back lean. I know you might not go anywhere. Fine, then just be with your staff. And in your mind's eye, imagine yourself leaning forward. Even if you don't go anywhere, should you bend your knees just a little bit because it feels better? Intend better. Imagine yourself forward until you imagine your flat back lean. Whatever's best for you. Now, grounding. Relax the face. Relax the arms. Breathe, relax, and breathe. Now everybody's different. Are you grasping your legs and pulling down? Now here's a little tip. If you have an issue with your back where you're over-rounded on the top, only do this round for a moment to relax, then go back to your flat back. I know it's not as relaxing, but if you have an over-rounded back with a scoliosis or something going on in your skeleton that you're over-rounded, relax once, and then come back to flat and lean into your flat. So everybody's done their own thing in their own style. staff that folded over. Let's come back to the not so easy seat. It's the kids sitting on a mat around the nursery school circle. You pull your legs in wherever they'll pull in for you, breathing. My knees are kind of up today. That's life, but it might feel better to have a little block under your knees if they come up a whole bunch. See what, oh yeah, that did feel that. Oh, that's interesting. If you've got a knee replacement, I just found this out. If you've got a knee replacement, put the block in and you can bend your leg a little more. Oh, breathing. I tried doing my difficult side first. This is less a sigh and more a groan. Oh, but it feels good. All right, now whatever side is your other side. Now on this side, this knee naturally came down farther just because of who knows why. Except intend better, not further, better. I'm grasping my knees, pulling myself up tall. Take a moment here and notice what is stretching. Okay, so I just looked all around here and checked everybody's ankles. You're fabulous. Your ankles are not all bent up. Wherever you are, tend your ankles so they don't overbend. All right, now sit in any way that's comfortable for you. For me, the V seat's a little easier. Maybe you love right where you are. Your most comfortable seat, your most comfortable way, because all we need to do is our final appreciation and intend. And here it is. Appreciate your body for all that it does for you. This is where you live. Hand over heart center, one hand on top, tending the other, representing different sides of you, tending other sides of you. Not a battle, but a problem solving to choose. Now, when you reach up, tend your shoulders and choose how do you reach up in celebration and pat yourself on the back, on the chest, on the head, in whatever way you can say thank you for coming to this practice. And then now I've just done my shoulders low and my neck long and my spine long. What do you want? As you reach around, hands over heart center, choices. You might choose your wrists barely bent. You might choose your wrists very bent. Make it right for you. Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. And now round down and relax in whatever way you want as you breathe a few more breaths of relaxation and appreciation. No competition, just being. A human being. Not doing, just being. And you can stay in your relaxed pose as long as you want. My life changed this week. For the first time in my life, out in public, I fell down. Now that happens all the time. I kind of fall. But I know how to get up, and I get up so well. For the first time in my life, I fell. And there was nothing I could do to get up. And I'm in the middle of the street just off Baltimore Avenue with fast traffic going, a little white lump on the street. And I tried to get up this way and I tried to get up that way and I got all the way to here. I was all the way to here and I just did not have the strength to push up. So I began doing a Cossack walk over to the curb and thank God somebody came and picked me up. Oh, I'm telling this story in appreciation. Because right now, when I have done this therapeutic work and really practiced a lot, not today, I didn't practice at all today. I saved it all for this. I feel confident I can get up. By the way, here's what I need. Need to push off from the back foot and push off on the front knee while pushing off with this hand. That will bring me to my 4 points. Okay, I guess it's still 3 points to stand. So do you know what I'm doing now? Whenever I go out, even if I go out into the garden, I bring a yoga block with me. Because if I had had access to my yoga block, I could have gotten up. So if you see a little lady walking around with a white mesh bag, that's my yoga block. You know why I tell these stories? Because these things happen to all of us. And I want us all to feel entitled to go through the decades and have whatever happens, happens. And we can still do the best to take care of ourselves. And that's what we got ourselves, the body we live in. Alrighty, bye guys. I got to go over here to turn off my recorder. Now, if you're here in person, we're going to have a little visit after class. And if you want to be in the visit after class, text me. My number's below, and I'll send you an invitation. Awesome.